We have deemed 2018 as our year to build. And as I think about our congregation and those that are in covenant with us, there are different things that we're building personally. For some of us, we may be building our relationships. You want a better marriage. You want to be better parents. You want to be a better sister or brother. For others, you're building your career or your business. And then maybe some of you want to build a better relationship with God. Whatever the case may be, it may be one of those, some of those, or all of those. We're all looking to build. And as it relates to Pastor and me, we aren't any different. We too want to build.
You know, baby, and really, there are two areas that we're trying to build.
Yes.
One is, of course, our personal side, stuff that nobody really knows, of course, marriage stuff. But when I began to think about 2018, when God spoke to me about 2018 and said it was the year to build, interestingly enough, we were not thinking about the structure, the facility. This was back like in August, I believe it was, that I started having the inclination that God was going to be putting something together. Now, one thing that I found is that you can't focus on multiple things to build, but that you're most effective when you're building one thing at a time. Think about when we're working. I know one of the things that frustrates you about me is that I bring so much to the table, and then you look at me and you'll start, your eyes will, do this thing that your eyes do, because you begin to think, we're going to do all this now. You want to talk about all this stuff now. And I'm seeing that look in your eyes. And what will happen is that we'll plan a meeting where we're supposed to be talking about this one thing. And then I'll bring 6 or 7 or 2 or 3 more things to the meeting. And that never was the intention. The wisdom behind us focusing in on one thing, a meeting, but for 2018 and building for 2018, is that we get a chance to focus all of our attention, all of our effort on one thing. And for us, 2018 is going to be the year to build, but as it relates to the ministry and to the church, it's going to be to build the church. Now, we tried it several different ways. There have been different efforts and attempts to build. We tried marketing, we've tried television, we've tried programs. It's been a bunch of different things that we've tried to put together to build the church. But I really believe, I'm really interested in your take on this, but I really believe that God will grace the effort that's in line with what He wants to build. And what He wants to build is His church. All right, now watch. Here's a play on words. We're not talking about the building itself. But would you agree? God wants to build the church, us, the ecclesia.
Absolutely. I think He wants us to be better pastors. I think He wants us all to be better Christians. I think our walk should grow. I think we should mature as each day, each year goes by. And I know that takes not just us praying about it, but us doing something about it. So I totally agree with you.
I was having a meal even before we start to film today, and I was talking to someone while I was sitting there, and I was sitting at the bar, the table, the counter. I want the folk to think I was drinking in the morning, but so I was sitting at the little bar, at the little breakfast spot, and they overheard me tell the person on the phone that I'm into building disciples. And even while I was on the phone, I was getting ready to leave. I paid the tab. They asked me, "What church do you go to? Where is your church?"
Interesting.
Yeah, because, and so I said, just give me 1 second. I finished my phone call and I went back in. I gave them an invitation to our church, told them where it was. And the lady said to me, when you said that you build disciples, that got my attention. 2018 is the year for us to build the church. Now, we're going to do some stuff that the eye can see. That's already done. And
I believe that the Lord wants, the word is clear, that He wants a tabernacle. He wants a tabernacle of excellence. And so I don't think that a lot of people understand the importance of not just, yes, it's important to build the spirit man, but I think the Lord is pleased also when we build His house.
Most certainly.
Yeah.
But our focus is going to be building the people of God.
Of course.
Ephesians 4, it's easy to put paint and sheetrock and carpet somewhere. But when you start working with people, a completely different story. And Jesus modeled how to build. And his template was to build disciples. And that's what we're going to really be focusing on this year. What is it going to take for us to do that? I know one of the things it's going to take, maybe you have another one, it's going to take us changing our mind.
Very good.
On how we have done some things.
Right.
You know, let me be the first to admit, we've gotten sucked into just doing church. Now, we've got our own little different philosophy, but it's not just about Sunday morning.
Yes.
Church is about when the benediction happens. So one thing that we're going to have to change is our mindset.
Another thing I think is just actual systems in place. We can't just say that we're doing church and we don't implement strategies. We have a plan, we have processes, we have procedures that we abide by. And so I think systems, not just for us, but I think even in entrepreneurship, in your personal lives, those are important too.
We're going to stay focused. 2018 is the year to build, and we want you to join us in building. We've already made our commitment that we're interested in building you, in building the church. It's going to be an amazing year. And that's such a, I don't know, I wish I had another word to describe it, but the excitement and the electricity that I feel, that we feel as we share in these conversations next year is going to be a game changer. 2018 is the year to build. What one thing will you build in 2018? Let's make this journey together.